what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Wife says my ex hit it better than my current husband. In fact, I don't want it at all with my husband, she says. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
I'm 30 years old and I've been with my partner for 10 years. We met in uni and we have 2 beautiful children. I've always had a low sex drive and it sometimes bothers my partner. He communicates this to me. I try and improve, but we go back to square one again. On average, we have sex twice a week and he initiates it 95% of the time. Twice a week, that's not bad, you know. A few years ago, we had a rocky patch and broke up for 4 weeks. We were still under the same roof, but hardly spoke. During this time, I felt lonely and I reached out to the other person I've been with before my first ever boyfriend. I spent almost every day with my ex and the sex was the best I've ever had in my life.
Why would you go and
So
complicate
suddenly
your life?
the drive is high.
It's not a sex drive.
Went back to the ex and let him beat it up senselessly one last time. This is a painful one.
It's not the drive.
The drive is not the problem.
The drive is driving.
It's the car. The drive is not the problem, it's the ride.
I suddenly became the horniest version of myself.
Of course you did.
He was single, so had no problem with temporary casual sex. As me and my partner reconciled, I let my ex know and we cut things off. Please help me, ladies. I do not want to be with my ex. That is clear to me. I love my man, but how do I desire him in the same raunchy way? My libido is so low, but not when I was sleeping with my ex. I hate that for me. I need some advice because I don't want my relationship to break down because of sex. My man heard me listening to... My man heard me listening to your podcast and sarcastically said, why don't you ask him for advice about your bedroom life? So here I am.
No,
Get it?
Okay, so let's break this down real quick, guys. First, I would like to actually say I agree with the panel there of women who says it's not your sex drive. It's your attraction to the man who you're with. And while someone may say, well, he should try, I'm sure we're going to hear it in the comments in a little bit. He should try and bring it out of her more. I'll take a different approach here. I will warn every man to not believe a woman who says her sex drive is just low. Here's the key point. If from the very beginning of the relationship, she says her sex drive is just low, that's a lie.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
That's a lie. Now, if the excitement surrounding sex kind of like fizzles out over time, that's normal and people can usually revive that. But a situation where somebody said they've always struggled with sex drive with you is just a way of them hiding the fact that they don't find you that sexually appealing. She's saying that, bro. She was getting soaked for the right man in the streets. That's the bitter truth. Served black. And just like this wife, she would say, oh, for my husband, my sex drive was low. But for my ex, for the man who she doesn't see as a good candidate to settle down with, but he can beat it up right. For the man who she doesn't see as a good candidate to settle down with, but he knows how to bust the cheeks, all of a sudden you're able to get wet. And this is sadly why people sit down and think of the days when virgins existed. This is when a chick's gonna comment and say, I'm a virgin. Yeah, there's some of you out there, but the vast majority of these women have been in the streets. There was a time when he was like, I'm not saying we should go back to this. It is what it is. I'm just saying there was a time when she had nothing to compare to, and you as a man had nothing to compare to, and you guys just learned to make it work. It's the best you ever had. If you've never tried anything better, you don't know. You just hear. But when you can compare and you look back at your ex and you remember and you have thoughts and flashbacks, it's difficult. Now, here's where we add the extra shot of espresso into this black hot coffee. This is how things play out for chicks like this who decide to leave their husband based on this. Let's say she leaves right now. She has 2 kids. She's older. And she decides, you know what? I can't do this. I'm going to go mess with my ex. Well, you don't want to settle down with your ex. Probably broke, probably doesn't have the resources, because that's the combination in most cases. Like the difference between a woman seeing a man as, okay, I can see this guy both for a long-term relationship and also a compatible sexual partner, is he has to have those 2 things, right? Sexual attraction and compatibility. If he lacks the resources, now he's just the F buddy. If he has the resources, but doesn't have the attraction, he's in the friend zone, you're taking her out on dates, etc. Or in this case, she decides, you know what, I think I can teach myself to be attracted to him. Maybe she's smart enough to say, I'm willing to take on the consequences of what I've been missing out on because I don't want to die alone. But if she leaves her husband at this point, the chances of her finding a man who she's equally sexually attracted to and also is high earning enough to help take care of her children and also herself will be slim to none. This is probably her best bet. If she leaves, it doesn't get any better from here. She'll just go back to the streets to experience the good sex, but most likely struggle. Whereas the man most likely will be able to find another woman and settle down. Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say, man, because I know there's some craziness in these comments. First comment here says, you're not attracted to your partner, you settled for him because the man you truly wanted did not meet your other needs. Settled or took her best option? Because, again, as important as sex is, I think for a lot of women out here, they prioritize it a little too much. In some cases, they can learn to help the situation, but most of them want what they experienced back in the streets. I don't know, guys, comment down below. Another woman here says he has to make her feel desired. Most of them make us feel like their mom or that they prefer someone else. Oh, look at that. It's his fault. I will say where he does need to take responsibility or where men should really watch out for is the thing I said earlier of if a woman's over there showing that she's not turned on by you, especially during those first early stages of dating, then you need to move on. You don't need to settle down with that chick. It's not going to get better in most cases. Another commenter here says, 10 years together, 2 kids, unmarried, and don't like effing him. Good Lord. Someone else here says, girl, I'm so sorry. You are just not that into him. Here's another comment that says, how the F did women in this comment make it the man's fault? Like she cheated after claiming she has a low libido. How the F does someone with low libido enjoy sex with someone else every day? And y'all still made it his fault. Here's another man who says, exactly. I was thinking the same thing, but you know women don't take any accountability. I don't remember. Did she say that she told him what happened? Hold on. I gotta see. Did she say that she told him she stepped out? All right, so it sounds like she didn't even tell her husband, man. Unfortunate. It's a cold world out here. Another comment here says, a week of a rocky patch and she's getting her back blown out every day of it. Damn. If you get into a fight and your girl goes straight to her ex and just getting backbeat on a daily basis, at that point, man, it is time to end that relationship, if you know. Sadly, this man does not know. Goes on to say she's been setting that up for a while. Horrific people on this planet. Oof. Now that's a good point. What do you guys think of that one? Here's another comment that says she's using that poor man and don't even want to smash him. Talking about I don't want to lose him, but horny for my ex. Now, looking for yes girls to co-sign the toxic. Now, if a man does this, there would be 10,000 comments, but women will give her a Jada pass and not hold her accountable. Watch, LOL. Here's another woman that says if her husband cheated during that tough patch, would he be for the streets too? I guarantee you if that man found out about his wife stepping out, he would let her go. That's probably why she didn't tell him. Another comment here says, every man watching this absolutely disgusted. Yes, sir. We don't like that coffee.
Put that coffee down.
Here's another comment from another gentleman that says relationship is done. There's no reconciliation. And finally, the final comment here says they were broken up. I don't understand the loyalty talk. Them living in the same house doesn't negate that they were both single. But it's shameful that he broke up with her over sex and he's the problem. Shaking my head. How is he the problem? How is he the problem? I think she should discuss spicing things up to get him to be more sexually enticing. Gentlemen, listen, be safe. Be safe. As always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.